Hello everyone! Welcome! So, hi! Obviously you guys have noticed our little something new, which I'm not surprised. It's a little more than a little. But, yeah, so, Jersey, is... Ooh, actually, I should give them a roll. Let me find... So, they're on the Discord server. And they go by Sunshine on the Discord server. And I'm about to give them the artist role because, I mean, they are an artist, right? So, they're super awesome. Made this for me. Super cool. Yeah, okay. You're gonna be confused. That is perfectly fine. So yeah, today we are playing, yeah, I know. Before it was like things I've randomly thrown together. But yeah, so it's the last follower and the last subscriber. So if one of you guys are willing to unfollow and refollow to set that off again, it should update. But if you want to keep like your streak of how long you've been watching, like keep it. But yeah, we're playing King's Quest again. So last time we left off, we were on a vacation with our family. We're with older Graham now. He's got some gray in his beard. Oh, there we go. Jersey just followed. See? So now it updated. What are the three flags? I'm glad you asked. So the one with the green stripe in the middle is demi-romantic. So, demi-romantic, all of these are sexualities of mine that I identify as. So the one with the green stripe in the middle is demi-romantic. The one at the top is asexual. And as you just said there, the one with the pink, yellow, and blue is pan. Specifically pan-romantic for me. And Jersey, thank you for the example, but like if you guys saw, the follower name just changed to Jersey instead of being Red Tiger, I believe it was. Please do not redeem all 5 hydrates. But yeah, we're playing King's Quest again. We're with Graham. He's on a current, oh my god, not a hydrate. Okay. I haven't even started. Okay, so he's currently on vacation with his family. And I think that's all we know as far as I'm aware. And there's the notification now that I've switched over. And here is our main screen. Look how awesome this is. Oh, I love it so much. It's amazing. It's a very big improvement. Oh, I love it so much, though. Graham is still on hot arc. Fair enough. Not as hot, but still hot. I can agree to that to a certain position. Oh my god. Shaped. You have to stop that. You have to stop breaking the mod. SMH. SMH. Okay, so we're currently playing Chapter 4, No Place Like Home. I love the puns. Once Upon a Climb, Rebel Without a Cause, A Night to Remember. All of the names have puns, and I'm a huge fan of that. And like the last one is like good night, but it has a K because night, you know. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna continue this. Yeah, new record for how early in the stream, definitely. Oh yeah, it was this puzzle. So this is our son. He is named Alexander, but he likes to go by Caduceus or Gwydion. Gwydion is the name who his kidnapped her. His English isn't working. Anyways, his kidnapper named him Gwydion. He wants to go by Caduceus. No one is calling him that, though. And,
I do have to admit I was starting to get frustrated at that boy's lack of participation. I didn't say anything, though. who want to end up in that journal.
Journal? Oh, his journal! Caduceus. Alexander has a journal. I don't know how... You were in the last stream for a bit? Oh, no.
Can you please stop that snapping?
Sorry, it's a nervous habit.
Yeah. So, who is Graham's wife? So, you were incorrect. We got to choose a wife. Unfortunately. It is not Amaya. Because I know that's who you're thinking. It is not Amaya. It is, they voted and we have married niece. Stop it. We married a girl named Niece. No, not Green. We married Pink. Ah, there we go. Oh, I am absolutely obsessed with this new graphics. Ah, stop it. Stop snapping. Look, I love you, son, but I cannot do the snaps. What happened to Amaya? We haven't visited Amaya in a long time, actually. So we're not too positive what happened to Amaya. Ah, shoot, that's not gonna work. Shoot. How do I do this? Clickety clickety trauma, you have it? Yeah. Caduceus. So I'm gonna call him Alexander personally, because he is Alexander to me, but how do I do this one? Oh, I think I got it. Okay. We saved her from... No, so she didn't ghost us. You have to keep in mind, we were a teenager when we met her, and she was like mid-20s, early 30s, right? So she's well beyond our age. She's older than us. By quite a little bit. We rescued a princess from a tower instead.
Another conundrum solved. Just imagine what you could accomplish if you actually knew each other longer than, how long has it been? 18 years, give or take a few key moments. Oh, wait, that's how long you've been apart. Apologies, sometimes I mix up numbers and dates.
Let me know if it's too quiet or anything, by the way, guys. Oop.
This looks really hard. Please don't.
I can't help it!
Oh, come on, Dad. This is really embarrassing. Oh, no.
How many switches are in this trap? Is this the final gauntlet? Have we reached the end? Will we make it out alive? Will we use our bows? Does this labyrinth give out prizes? Oh, what if the prizes are custom jackets? Can ours say the dueling archers, please? When can we schedule a pun war? How about every day that ends in Y? Isn't this so much fun? Aren't you excited you're back? Because I am! What size crown do you wear? When do you want to begin addendum training? Tell me, are you more the brave, the wise, or the compassionate? You can choose how to solve this conundrum as long as we do it together! Yes! Son, why would you do that? It looked like so much fun.
I'm not like you. I can't handle any more puzzles.
That magic is dangerous. See? This is what I warned you about, that snapping, that horrendous snapping. It's what took you away from us, and I forbid you to use it.
Forbid me? This magic is part of who I am. I just wish you could see that. Look, we're not some happy family just because I'm back. I wasn't there on your adventures. I don't know what the tapestries that line the walls mean, and I don't know why you insist on wearing that ridiculous hat.
Well, if you didn't want a family, then why did you come back?
I was looking for a father, not a commander. I'm not one of your subjects to be ruled over. If I wanted to be a slave, I would have stayed with Mananan.
Please don't ever compare me to that man. He robbed you of your childhood.
Well, like it or not, Dad, I'm already grown up. And you're robbing me of my adulthood.
You shouldn't talk to your father that way, Alexander.
Look, I don't even know that name. Let's just split up and search for the girls. You have your way of doing things, and I have mine. I'm just slowing you down.
Fine, leave! Again! You know what? You are slowing me down!
Ah! I hate their arguments. Adulthood robs itself. That's kind of funny. Oh.
Should we save a plate for Dad? I brought him food earlier. He refused to eat. He's too preoccupied with this next big adventure he's cooking up in his head.
You know, that's just like Dad. Once adventure is on his mind, he can't focus on anything else.
He's never lost his drive. You have to give him that.
Well, I've never regretted retiring my questing boots. It allowed me to devote my full attention to raising my daughter. Isn't that right, my little cuddle bug?
Dad, stop. You're embarrassing me.
Oh, come now, Alexander. We were raised going on adventures and we turned out just fine. Well, you know what I mean. Oh, look at Gart. He's been questing since he could crawl, and shaping up to be quite the handsome prince, if I do say so myself.
Well, thanks for saying so, Mother.
Oh, I do hope you decide to take Gwendolyn on her own adventure soon. She's got it in her blood. You can't keep her safe forever.
She can go out questing for danger when she's older. We like to do things a little differently in the Green Isles.
You can say that again. Not enough addendums and far too few decrees. Pardon the interruption, milady.
I see. Thank you. Gart, the chambermaid found this crumbled up in your waste bin. I am assuming it fell.
Yes, thank the shining stars they found it. I was looking all over for that. It must have blown right off my desk. Give it here. I'll deliver it right after supper.
No need. I'll deliver it myself in the morning. Gart, I told you to keep the windows closed in your room. It's so breezy in there.
Can you please pass the peas?
Gart, did you not hear Gwendolyn?
Oh, apologies. I thought that was a nint mouse squeaking in the courtyard. What did you say?
I asked you to please pass
Gart, please pass the peas to your cousin.
The little highness can reach them herself. I'm not here to serve her.
You would be honored to serve.
Children, that's enough. There you go, dear. Or was that so hard? Now, can we just finish up dinner in peace? Grandpa would like to speak with everyone after dinner.
Ugh, I hate the smell of that lavender. When I'm king, we will never serve those abominations again.
Oh, do tell us, Gart. What qualities do you possess that would make for a good king?
Well, for one, I've been raised in this castle and trained to properly take over the kingdom. Unlike some other children who have only had adventures in their imaginations.
Boys, I don't like where this conversation is going. Daventry is our home, Alexander. You chose to run away with a princess and rule over her kingdom. Who else besides Gart would make a good king?
I don't know. I hear Kyle has some big ideas.
Kyle? Really? Uncle, you're acting like a buffoon.
Well, if this is how children raised by royalty treat their elders, then I'm proud that Gwendolyn and I grew up outside these castle walls.
What? So now your family is too good for Daventry? It would be an honor for me to be king. But for you, it's just a burden?
Knock it off, Gart!
No! You're just a little girl. Nothing more than a dreamer. If you didn't encourage Grandfather's ramblings, he might actually notice that I am the only man for the job. Sit down. You're embarrassing the family.
Ah! You will never be half the king Grandpa is. And he would never, ever leave the kingdom to such a spoiled, thoughtless child. I may be a little girl, but you're the one that needs to grow up.
Distress.
I think it would be best to cool off in your rooms. Everybody. No one is allowed to see Grandpa until you can all get along.
Grandpa, can I come in?
Gwendolyn, you've disobeyed your grandma by sneaking in here. I was told everyone was sentenced to their chambers. Do you know what that means?
That I should go back to my room, take this time to reflect in my journal.
No. It means you should pull up a chair, and I can finish this story without any more interruptions.
I think I crossed the line tonight.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Good thing this story is all about crossing lines.
Oh, I love the back and forth. I love this game so much. What is this? I don't know what this is. We're in a weird part of this puzzle game. Anyways, I don't like Gart. Gart's really mean, and I think Gwendolyn just... She's not quite prepared for the job or anything, but...
Oh. Majesty, he'll learn his lesson. Such a shame how parents treat their kids these days.
Oh. The whole point of this story right now is that, everyone can suck at times, but you kind of gotta... It takes time to get better, I guess.
This puzzle was light on teenage angst. I appreciated that.
Okay, I see. Oh, maybe I don't see. Maybe I do see. Whee! Ah, shoot, wait. I'm back to maybe I don't seeing. Ah, but maybe I do see. Haha, okay. You hope the lynx dies? I'd say it's more of a sphinx and not a lynx. But an old Graham is a favorite. Oh yeah, he is playing favorites. But we don't know the full story yet, right? And even before he technically showed playing of favorites, Gart wanted to take over and like send Gwendolyn and her father away, essentially. Like he outright did a little villainous speech on that. And so I don't know. I can't remember how it goes, honestly. So I'm curious to see how it does end up going. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to do this like in order. Upper half of a badger statue, yeah, upper half. But yeah, I'm interested to see how it'll go because I know this chapter is... I know the full story too, in a sense.
You'll find this puzzle is easier without all that extra weight, Mr. Majesty.
I know the full story too. Like, I've played this game before. I've seen it played before. I just... No, Gwendolyn's not nice either, but you have to keep in mind, she's still a young kid, right? And, I mean, so is Gart too, but Gart from the get-go did not have good intentions. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Genuinely no idea. Do I have to, how can I bring these ones over here, or is that illegal? Can I? I don't know how this works. Boom. Whoops, wrong button. Eh. Yeah, so... But... I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing either. I'm very confused. Oh, wait, maybe I do know what I'm doing. And then over here, I've got to put this. And then this, whoop, wrong area. This one goes like this. This one goes like this. And then there's one more like here. There we go. Graham's stories are awesome, yeah. But Gart never really wanted to listen to the story. He never liked his grandpa. So he never liked his grandpa for who his grandpa was. He only liked his grandpa once he realized that once he paid attention to his grandpa, he would get something out of it. He always said he was stuck.
But this is so much easier alone.
He always said he was stuck listening to his grandfather's stories, whereas Gwendolyn really enjoyed them. And so, I don't know, I think he only now wants to hear his stories because he feels his grandfather will like him better or give him more.
Just snap and bring you to the end of the labyrinth, but alas, I lack opposable thumbs. I'm afraid you'll just have to solve this on your own.
You said that last time.
But are you even sure that he's your son? It's not like you're cut from the same cloth. How do you know this Alexander is not an imposter?
I forgot where my mute button was for a second. The one-on-one attention. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he did Shaped. Because you have to remember chapter 1 when Gwendolyn first arrived. He said he was stuck listening to his grandfather's stories over and over. He didn't want to listen to the stories.
I almost wished I had Alexander's fire to solve.
Oh, yeah.
But I would get through it without any dark magic.
I remember this one being difficult. I don't remember how to do this. I don't feel like Gart should be hung, but I do think how how does this puzzle work? I do think that Graham genuinely wasn't cared for by Gart. Gart didn't care about his grandfather in that sense. We can't just shoot him with a gun. They don't have guns back in this time. He's not wrong. How do I do this? No wait, this has to go the other way. I don't feel he should be killed though. I feel that's a little bit of an exaggeration. Okay, so now this needs to be moved down. How do I move this into here? Oh, like this. Got it. Got it. Whoops, I could have just moved that one up. There we go. And then move this up and over. What the hell? What kind of book are you reading? That people's eyes are getting ripped out. Why are you reading these things?
Magic needed to solve this.
Oh, another hydrate. Oh, God.
But how did you resolve your fight? I need some tips to get Gart to be nicer to me.
Are you sure something else isn't bothering him? Have you tried asking him? Or are you assuming it has to do with you?
Well, he's cordial to everyone else.
I might dig a little deeper into that.
Oh, it's one of these things. Oh boy. Is there a way down? Oh. It was in your school library? If I go this way, it's just gonna knock me that way. Okay. If I go that way, it's just gonna knock me that way. How do I change this? Where's the little edity bit? Oh, I have to go down the crystals. Okay. Whee! That's how I get down. There's another down. Wait, what's down? I want to see what's down.
This one might be a little easier with 2 people.
2's better than 1. Ah, here's where I can switch over the thingies. Graham's getting too old for that. So if I move you that way, good, and move that the same, move this one that way, and move this one over. Yep. Now it'll go boing, 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 boing. And then I need to switch around the thingies. Let me go up. Up.
Okay,
oh.
So some help on this would have been nice. Might have
saved my back a bit. Fair enough. Oh, I remember this. I need to go backwards for this one. Okay, so first off, you need to go this way. You need to go that way. You need to go that way. You need to go that way. You need to go this way. You need to go that way. Boom. Look at me go. I'm so quick. I love puzzles. I don't know what it is with puzzles, but I don't know. They've always been... I've always been a puzzle person, I think, in some aspect or another. Don't know how to explain it, but just like, oh, puzzles. Never been a sports person. Always hate the outside, you know? There we go. Ta-da!
This is great and all, but are you sure Gart shouldn't be listening to this? He's the one who started it all. He needs to apologize.
It's not always about who's right and who started it, Gwendolyn. Have you tried approaching art calmly? You might be surprised what you find.
Welcome to the riddle room. This is my favorite puzzle. Probably because I helped design it.
Great.
What am I? I have a head but no arms to flail. I have no legs, yet I have a tail.
Head and tail. A coin! I got that one too quickly! I know that took me so long when I first played this. Anyways, I was going to say before I figured out the puzzle immediately, this story is going to slowly, I think, make each child a little bit better. Yes, I'm sure. Shut up. I'm trying to talk to my chat.
Sure.
But yeah, I think Gart and Gwendolyn are slowly going to get better.
Don't give that to me.
Oh.
Set it on the altar in the next room.
Oh, okay. Well, could have told me that before. Would have been useful. Boop. Boop. But yeah, I don't remember.
Well,
So,
I'd love to give you the answer, but I'm a
well, I know I have the answer.
Did you need the riddle again?
No.
I have a head.
No, I know
arms
what the
to flail.
no.
I have no legs, yet I have a tail.
Oh wait, I need to try the door,
What
don't
am
I? That would make sense. It's a coin. I got it immediately. Can I try the door now? Hell yeah, baby. Oh.
You are correct.
Ah.
But it won't be that easy. I've got another riddle for you in here.
Proceed.
What am I? Every morning a noggin I shed, and every evening I regain my head.
A pillow. I know these ones. These are riddles I can solve. Probably because I've heard them before in some place or another. Or, well, I have heard them before. I've played this game. But we're gonna ignore that part of the fact. No, I'm not.
Your family
Shush.
is waiting or anything.
Oh, the doors are slowly getting smaller. That's funny.
2 down, but we're just getting started. A word back here, please.
Go for it.
What am I? I come in different colors. I come in different shapes. Some parts of me are round, some parts of me are straight. Our picture can be clear, but we love to obfuscate.
What does obfuscate mean? What does obfuscate mean? Is it a crystal ball? Because, like, it...
Grandpa,
Oh.
do you think I'm ready for my first adventure?
Of course, dear. But not without your father's permission, of course.
I think it's a crystal ball because the pictures in a crystal ball are clear, but you never know what they mean. Anyways. But yeah, I think there's more. I think both of these kids were meant to be seeing the bad sides of both of them right now. And that we'll see the nicer sides as it goes on. You know? Hell yeah, I was right. Look at me. Oh!
Too bad there are no second tries here. You were so close.
I was alone.
I wasn't right.
I was cold.
Isolated. Haha, I just saw that. What does obfuscated mean, guys? Obfuscated. 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 Size, shape, pictures clear. Puzzle? Puzzle would make sense. I think. Jigsaw puzzle? I'll try it. I might get frozen again.
Bravissimo. But the show is hardly over.
Let me have it.
What am I? I'm fit for a king and taste very sweet. Thick or thin, served for breakfast, Graham's favorite treat.
Choco chip pancakes. It's choco chip pancakes. How do I make choco chip
Not many
pancakes?
people make it out of this room. Correction. Not many people make it out of this room alive.
I only needed to carry one item at a time, so I put one back.
Oh. Gift from the Fays. Is that Wenty's last name? Is Wenty a fairy? Pancakes! I can put down a pan and then put down the cake. Pancake. Pan. And then go back over here. No, I don't need a hint.
Battery shut down the tip line.
I don't need your hints. Whoops, that's not the right button. Pan. Cake. I know it's choco chip pancakes, but it doesn't look like there's any chocolate chips. So I'm just gonna rely on good old pancakes. Cake in a pan. Pancake.
One final riddle, if you would. What am I? I am higher than the shining stars and greater than the land or sea. What's the one thing that's worth breaking the bonds of family?
Nothing! Oh, I'm a genius!
It really isn't that illustrious. I don't know why that little peddler keeps ranting about it.
What? I don't know. Nothing! The answer is nothing! Nothing can break my family's bond. Nothing is worth breaking my family's bond.
I have to admit I'm surprised you got that one right. You should really practice what that riddle teaches.
Perhaps the Sphinx was right. I needed to rethink this puzzle of parenting.
Excellent work, Mr. Majesty. You are a natural.
Wonderful. Someone had removed all the pieces from the board. I'd have to puzzle out the path. Lucky for me, it appeared all the pieces were already set in their proper rotation.
So, you need me to move giant pieces? Is that what I'm being told? How am I meant to do that? Oh, I just need to, like, assume where they go. Okay, let me draw this again. I drew something last time because it helped me. So, that one would fit here, which would mean it goes like this, 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 this. Okay, I'm puzzling in my head, so my apologies if I'm not speaking as much. Okay, so then I think it goes boom, 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 which also means this goes boom, boom, boom. Now that one's been used. And so that one probably has to go up there. So if that's boom, 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 that should mean boom, boom, which means this goes wa-boom, that goes wa-boom, this goes boom, boom, that goes boom. And then this part goes boom, boom. Because that's a boom, boom. Right? I think that's correct. So I'm here. Then I go here. Then I go up. Then over, over. Up. Over, over.
Just a few steps away from your family now. I wouldn't expect anything
Down.
less from the hero.
Over. Up. All the way up. All the way over. Down. All the way over. God damn it, I missed. I stepped off of it. Up, over. Up, over, over. Up, over. Down, over, up. Boom, boom, boom. Then up, over, over, up. Boom!
Congratulations, Graham. You have won the labyrinth. You may now claim your prizes inside.
I pressed the unmute button twice, so it remuted. Whoop, hit the ice.
Rosella!
Go.
Valenice!
Looking for our family. I'm wondering why we're just comfortable with leaving Alexander behind, though, honestly.
Sovereign, assemble!
Sovereign? Is that something we used to use, apparently? That'd be my guess.
You can come out now.
Come out, wherever you are. What is this?
I'm not a fan of abstract art.
Okay, so it's nothing in particular. Got it. Valenice, Rosella. Où-es-tu, ma belle? Viens ici. Viens ici. Oh my god, how much is there? Oh, there we go. I wasn't pressing keys anymore, but I was still hearing the footsteps. Got a little confused there. Ooh.
It's getting closer, but the nose still isn't right. Hello there. Welcome to my gallery.
V?
You're mistaken. My name is Isabella.
I'm not sure I agree.
Well, I sign all my work that way, so you will address me as such.
Noted.
And you are?
Graham. King Graham, the Brave. Don't you remember?
No. Sorry. It doesn't ring a bell.
But we had an adventure in Tanalorr. You saved me from that quicksand? Oh, the Hobblepots. You remember the Hobblepots, right? I rescued you from that... this... tower?
I assure you that wasn't me. And I recommend dropping the subject immediately.
My apologies.
It's been a while since I've had a visitor. Did you enjoy my puzzles?
I did. I always have.
And the art?
Where did you learn to sculpt?
Oh, a friend taught me. Ages ago.
I see.
And what brings you to my ice palace?
I was told that if I made it to the center of the labyrinth, my family would be here waiting for me. Do you know where they are?
Oh, the Sphinx must be playing a game with you. I love my best friend, but she can be quite silly.
What?
Did you think those puzzles were designed to keep people out of this tower? I created this labyrinth to keep people in. I don't like it when my friends run away.
I had no idea you were holed up here. We would have come here sooner.
Oh, it's quite all right. The Sphinx was there for me when all my other friends moved on. She gave me this crown and dubbed me queen. Now I rule this tower.
Where did you take Rosella and Valenice?
Valenice? Now that's a name that sounds familiar. She's here, you say?
No, that's not what
Well, I'm sorry I haven't seen them. You'll have to file a complaint with the Sphinx.
Oh, I've got a few choice words for that Sphinx. She's back this way, right?
Where are you going? I told you no one ever leaves, right? Friends, escort our new addition to the carving room.
Let me go! I demand you release me!
Some vacation this turned out to be.
So, if you guys didn't infer or don't fully understand, that was Green Lady. The person we could have married but didn't, and instead married her best friend.
I could be remembering this wrong, but I couldn't see down here from the top level. Another Ice Palace curiosity, I guess.
Huh. What's over here?
This carving room held some pretty dark secrets.
I don't know what those are. Wait, I can look at something over here?
I didn't want to know where all those ice blocks came from.
No, you don't. What am I meant to be doing? Can I do anything in here?
If I squinted, it almost looked like an avocado. I was cold, upset, and didn't see any way forward. Then things got worse.
Excellent work. You, my friend, are a natural.
Where's my father?
Oh, Mr. Majesty, you've beat him here by a mile. He's trapped in a puzzle and can't figure out the solution.
Alexander! Stop! It's a trap! Alexander!
That's great work, Gwydion.
Thanks. It's actually been a while since I've been called that. I kind of miss it.
That name does suit you. Now, just a few more puzzles and you will solve the labyrinth. Your family is anxiously waiting for you at the top of that tower.
No! Leave him out of this!
I might need a hint on this one.
Oh, thank the shining stars he's no good at puzzles.
That should do it.
Okay. That was actually impressive.
Oh, Gwydion, I just wish your father could be here to celebrate your win. Pity that he only appreciates talents that are exactly like his own. I, however, love watching your clever magic and encourage you to use it on this last puzzle.
That's not true! It's never been true. How can I prove it to you?
There was no way I was going to lose my son again. I was wrong for expecting him to carry out my legacy. I needed to show him that I loved him for who he is and who he wanted to become. If only I could just snap and share the unconditional love burning inside my heart. Wait, perhaps I could. I needed to snap like I never snapped before. I needed to get fired up.
Come on, fireball.
Dad? Was that you?
The flames had cleared up the ice spell, but that was hardly on my mind at that moment.
Son, I love you, just the way you are.
I wouldn't make any sudden moves if I were you.
I could say the same for you.
Do you think your tiny human arrow will pierce my skin?
It's not your hide I'm aiming for.
Well then, Take your move.
What? Where am I meant to shoot? What? Wait. Okay, well the only place I can shoot is his nose. Oh, is it cause like the Sphinx, its nose is missing? I don't know. Anyways, I'll shoot. Boop. Whoop, that's the wrong button.
Morons! Tiny arrows will never defeat the divine intellect of the Sphinx. I thought you were a man of the mind, Graham.
Stop toying with the Sphinx. Where are Rosella and Valanice?
Trust me, the games are done and my playtime is over. The Ice Queen will deal with your family now. Thanks for the entertainment.
Did you find anything particularly strange about that overgrown kitty?
You mean besides the fact that it talks, thinks itself pretty clever, and is incredibly manipulative?
Mm-hmm.
Manny.
I think that furball was sipping from this pile of Cosmolotion.
It would appear so.
It would be irresponsible for us to leave this pile of potions here like this. I think you need to set it ablaze.
Are you sure?
You keep doing you, Alexander.
You had to make this cheesy.
You have to find the girls before the Ice Queen does.
Find who?
Thank the shining stars you're alive.
I could say the same for you.
The Sphinx told us that you were both trapped at the top of that tower.
Oh, did he now?
Don't you mean she?
Nope. The Sphinx is Manny.
Figures.
Oh, and the Ice Queen.
Yes, I suspected as much. All the puzzles had the essence of V. I knew for certain when I found this.
We need to get out of here before we all get iced.
I am not leaving without V.
The only way out is back through the labyrinth.
Let's solve it together this time.
On the way out of that labyrinth, we decided to pair up based on who would best be able to solve each room.
Well, this looks impossible and dangerous. I hope we make it out alive.
Nonsense. You're just saying that because no one ever has.
Only I could see both of the lines. After being tormented about Alexander for 18 years, it was about time I gave my daughter the full attention she deserved.
Okay. So, ooh. Also, yes, Manny is in fact a goblin. He is also the person who kidnapped our son.
You have to watch what I'm doing.
I am watching what you're doing.
Dad, remember that one time we set up that Yeti on a blind date?
Yes. What about it?
Oh, nothing. No, I just like to remember it. In case anybody's curious, yes, I do still have some appetizers stashed in one of my pockets.
Wait. Oh, I broke it. When did we learn that? We learned that in chapter 3. Ah, I figured it out without figuring it out.
Wish I had my spiky sword of fire.
How do I do this? Because if I go down, it's gonna tell her to go down. I don't want to go down. You stay there. Wee. There we go. Hey, okay, I got it. There you go. There you go, Rosella.
Why did you hand down the crown to Aunt Rosella?
She was always off on her own adventures with Edgar. Then she had Gart, and she was much more interested in training him to be king. Looks like V had designed us into a puzzle death trap.
Choose our strategy.
I'll go down to the board, but you better keep me safe.
Always.
The Ice Guards were not highly skilled wits players like Manny. They only moved side to side, and they never moved shields. I needed to navigate Nice to the tile with a door to win. Failure would not be good for our marriage.
You're going to have to guide me. I can't see the whole board.
Failure would not be good for our marriage. Oh boy, that was spooky. Checkmate.
Did you remember?
Well, that was
to sign
kinda easy.
Thank you letter to my sister.
I did.
This is my incredulous face.
I remembered you told me. I just didn't send it.
You have a photographic memory. Why does this keep happening?
I don't remember chores.
Valid. Oh, wait, I have to get her to walk across the line? Okay. And now if I move this way... no, we're good.
I suppose now's as good a time as any to tell you this.
Spill it.
Your Cedric the Owl mug didn't fall off the shelf. I threw it away.
What? I love that mug.
Well, it had mold in it.
That enhanced the flavor.
Graham! Mold in a mug enhances the flavor? Who are you? That is... oh boy, okay. Okay.
So,
Oh god.
can we find a sled for 4 when we're out of here?
How about a snowball war?
Can we throw pies at Yetis?
What about a game of tic-tac-snow?
Have you ever tried snowflake salsa?
I have, and it's tasty. Want to build majestic snow corns?
Oh, I love our little inside jokes. Always seek... sorry, not the appropriate time.
Snowflake salsa. That's funny. Okay, if I move there, that person's just gonna move and shoot me. Which means I have to move like this here. So now if I go up, she isn't able to shoot me. But I am able to do that. Move that over. You shoot there. Move this over. keeps me safe. This is spooky. I don't want to get my wife killed. That would be a really bad thing. I know! Hi, Emma! Welcome to the stream! Yeah, the art looks amazing! I love it! Oh, I don't know what to do. Because if I move her up, she's going to move aside and that's going to kill me. If I turn this, she's going to move aside, it's going to shoot that way. Maybe that's what I have to do? It did. It turned out amazing. I think it's very incredible. I'm trying to figure out this damn puzzle game. If I'm so lost. Can I turn myself? I can. Interesting. Now she should still move that way. Good. Oh. No, I don't want to. There we go. Move you here. Move this here. I don't know how to get past this spot. Move that there. Which gives me an extra turn to move up.
Are you trying to trick me?
I killed my wife. Whoops. Oh boy. How do I figure this out? I got so far. As long as there's one of these in front of me, she can't shoot me. But now if I step forward, she's gonna go aside and do the same. Okay, meaning I have to move one of these or I'm gonna die. That could also very well nearly kill me. But it won't. Oh God. If I move her here, it's gonna move there. Doesn't kill anyone, which is the goal. Oh wait, no, I do have to move one of these, because then it would go like that and hit me. Oh shoot, wait. Don't tell me nope, I just got my wife shot again. Yep.
Grandpa, do you need a
I don't need a nap, I'm just trying to think. I promise. Oh boy, okay. This goddamn puzzle game that we played against Manny is by far the hardest puzzle in this game, in my opinion. Just cause I don't know, my brain no process all this. It's a lot. You gotta remember stuff too, which sucks. I don't have a good memory. What have you missed? We're not much. We're trying to figure out how to do stuff, and it's not quite working. Well, not we're trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out, and it's not quite working. It's gonna do that thing again. Oh. Oh, shoot, I got her shot again! I didn't mean to! Oh my god, okay. Guys, don't know what to do. Guys, I keep getting my wife shot. I don't mean to get my wife shot, but I keep getting her shot. I'm just trying to make it out of this alive. It's not working. What's wrong with Twitch? I don't know. Are you getting glitches? If so, I'm very sorry to hear that. Either that or my stream is just really laggy. Yeah, this is the game we played in chapter 1, but real and more with like a less intelligent robot. Is how I'll put it. Wait. How does it wait? Okay, so now it goes there. Boy. Your Twitch is freezing? That's really unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that, but... You could be, on the road right now, eh? Like, if I'm thinking correctly? You might be on the road actually, like, doing stuff or whatever. And now you'll move there. I can move here. Time to reload again, oh boy. I hope it gets better. Trying not to get my wife shot, lol. It's difficult, more difficult than expected. HowtonotShootWife.com. Is that something I can use? Is that a useful resource of mine? No, let me... No, that'll get me shot. Can't do that. God, how do I do this? Because now that'll go bonk bonk. And I can move this over. Kill him again, which was not part of my intention. Spin this guy again. I'm not sure how not to shoot my wife is a real thing. I'd like to hope it's not. Because I think I'd be more concerned if it was. Okay, now yeah, you go there. I'm gonna spin this way. You go there, you shoot off that way. Because now if I move that, you're gonna just shoot me again. So can't move this one. I could turn it technically. But then it'll shoot forwards. Shoot this, then move, and it goes there. And then get another one. Cause I can't move this yet. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. HowNotToGetShot.com, is that one a real one? Because I also need that one. Apparently. Because I don't know how not to get shot right now. Okay, and if I move... No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. That's not a real website either. Damn. Okay, so... You could be wrong on that. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, if I move this here, I'll shoot her and she goes there. Which means I can bring up, she'll move over and shoot there. then I just get shot, so I can't do that. I want to say that's the right move. I'm not sure where to go from here. I don't know if that's the right move. I'm so... Come on, wife. We just need to get you there alive. Nope, can't do that or that. I am not making any progress whatsoever. What on earth? If I move there? Right now I'm safe. I'm just gonna try this random technique thingy. Because right now, no matter where she shoots, I'm safe. And as long as I don't shoot myself, which I don't think is quite possible, I should be okay. I don't think it's possible to shoot yourself. I don't know what to do. I just know when I'm like this, I'm fully safe. Because there's no arrows in front of me. Okay, so on her next turn, she's gonna go there. She's gonna go here. I need to move up, over, and up without her being in front of me at all. Up. Without having that have been there, so that's impossible. So if she was here, move up. She'll move over. Up. Shoot her, go up. You need to be here while I go up. Up, over, up, you move here. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if I have no statues here or here, like no statues anywhere in the front line, essentially, if I move up while she's here, then she'll move over, then I go over, shooting her, resulting in giving me an extra turn where I can then go up and open the door. So first I'm just going to turn me this way, because I need to be turned that way for this plan. Now, no death. Avoiding death is really our main idea here. What is our goal? Cannot move you yet. So, yeah, let you do that. Ah, shoot, I shot her. That wasn't my intention. I didn't mean to need to shoot her. God damn it. I just shot her again. That was also not my intention. I'm just gonna keep shooting her for now. Because... I need to be safe. If I move that over, I'm not gonna be safe. So how do I do this? Avoiding death does seem like a good goal. I'm just trying to figure out how to avoid death. And it's really difficult at the moment. I think this is the first puzzle I've legitimately struggled with. I don't want to get my wife killed. I don't want to point any shields towards me. That's a bad idea. So I'm just going to do that for now. Now if I move that over, it's also just going to kill her again. I feel like I have to move this shield maybe. Oh, a hydrate. Thanks, pup. Water. Marionette, not you too. That's not how these are supposed to work, guys. Now you go there. Now I need you to do that one more time because my intention is not to kill you. Shoot, wait, no, I don't think it's ready yet. I know I need water, but I don't need water constantly like that. Like, come on. Oh, God. Oh, good, good. Good, God, good. Oh, boy. Okay, so... I didn't know oh, no, don't worry. Marionette did it after you did. I think Marionette did that on purpose, I'd like to even guess. Now, am I correct on that? I don't know. They'll just have to confirm. Where on earth? Okay, because that'll currently shoot them. But I don't need to currently shoot them. I need to move this here and down. Move it here, it's gonna go boom boom. Move it down, I'm gonna get shot. Unless I do other stuff. Look, at this point, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm kind of scared of it. So... Shoot, that is gonna kill me. Now you shoot there. That'll shoot there. Now you go here. You go here. Ah, shoot, I need to shoot her one more. Okay, wait, no, if I go... Yes, you're correct. I was correct. Marionette did it on purpose, okay. I just saw that now. Kill you. If I go up, you should go over. Okay, so if I go up, she'll go over. I go over, she goes over, I go up. I should be safe. Should be safe. Okay. And now just go up. Up. To the door. There we go. Took me long enough.
We made it! Not quite.
Would you kindly?
Of course, friend. Everybody freeze!
Oh, bravo, Lance.
I command you to release us now, Sphinx. All of us. Our bonds are thicker than this brittle ice.
Dear, I think you meant release us, Mananin.
No, that's only what his slaves call him. Let us go, Manny. Your cover's blown.
Oh, that's adorable. Your new family figured out my greatest puzzle.
It took you long enough, morons. That accent is not the easiest on the vocal cords. Ugh. And you, Gwydion. What a disappointment you turned out to be. I don't know what I was expecting. Disappointments run in your bloodline. You were supposed to restore Daventry from the cesspit it's become. What were you thinking? Your little cat spell was just a minor setback. You should have known I have plenty of other friends with magical abilities. I raised you better than this. Now, your reckless behavior leaves me no other option but to freeze out you and your entire lineage. It's time to start a new legacy.
Enough, Manny! Your abuse ends now! You took away my life, my joy, and my worth. When I left, I chose not to be your slave anymore, to move on and find my own happiness, my own life. Now, I know that destroying you won't bring back my childhood. But if it will save another innocent child, then I will melt the fur right off your face!
Do not talk to my best friend that way!
Good thing I'm ambidextrous.
No, you might melt me!
I hate that name!
V, I know my friend is in there. Stop this. We can fight this cold together.
Don't listen.
Don't listen to her. She's trying to manipulate you, my darling. She's not your friend. Friends don't abandon each other. Did I ever leave you?
V, if I knew what was happening to you, I would have rushed to be by your side. I just got so busy with the castle and the kids.
Must be nice to have such things to worry about.
Mom, should I blast her?
Stay calm, Alexander. Princess V from Eastern Kalima, I need you to remember.
Don't fall for her tricks. Your Majesty, listen to me. Your real friend. The one who gave you your friendship crown. Should I have given it to someone else? I could always crown another queen, you know.
Niece, what have I done?
All is forgiven. Come here. V! You monster! Blast him, Alexander! Burn his hide!
No, Mom. I've got a better idea.
Yeah, this again?
Dad! Guide my shot!
Eee! That's not properly. I need to get it in his mouth. How do I? It's not.
I'll leave you
What?
here to regret that.
And that's
What?
the story.
No, I pressed space and you didn't even go.
Blast him, Alexander!
Let
Burn
me.
his hide!
No, Mom. I've got a better
Oh shoot,
idea.
she died. I just find that comment really funny.
This again?
Dad, guide my shot.
I'll try. Need to shoot. Meow.
Take your best shot, Gwydion.
My name is Alexander.
Looks like you missed the mark. Again?
Actually, that shot was just feline.
Oh, how clever. A pup. I don't feel very well.
Oh, I thought you liked the taste of cat cookies.
No. No.
What did you...
Wait for it.
Curse you, imbeciles! This is hardly the end of this. And from meow on... Sarge, not again.
Oh, please continue.
Meow, hold on 1 second.
Hairball.
Ah, forget it. Meow, you'll need to deal with this. Meow.
Meownin.
We were trapped in the very same room as the last time. This time I figured Alexander could just blast us out.
Blast us out? But wouldn't that ruin the integrity of the puzzle? No, Dad. Let's beat this straight up.
My son was finally taking to these puzzles, and I couldn't have been a prouder papa.
Papa. See, so I think I remember this puzzle a little bit too much.
We needed to crack the code to escape the room.
I remember the code from when I first played it. So we're gonna I'm running a poll, 1 second. So I remember the answer to this code. Because I remember that I guessed it when I first played this game. So do I beat the room legitimately? Do I straight up cheat and just put in the code? Or do I show you guys and tell you guys what the answer is, but do the puzzle anyways? So do I essentially like not... The last one is like, do I tell you guys what the combination is, but actually still do it? Or like, what sort of vibe is chat feeling? I don't know who said cheat, but I don't agree with you. I don't feel I should just cheat. Whoever said that, show yourself. Show yourself. You know what you did. You know what you did. Oh, we got a guy, Marionette. Marionette, is this you again? Marionette. Marionette. Okay, so it was Ludwig who said to cheat. I'm getting rid of the cheat option. So you guys tell me, do I beat it legit and not tell you guys the answer at all? Or do I tell you guys the answer but still do the puzzle? Okay, so we had 4 votes last time, so I'm going to assume that the actual 4 votes have been put in and we're actually going to beat it legitimately. Now, I am going to let the poll run out just for the sake of letting the poll run out, I guess. But yeah, so I feel cheating does bring the fun out of it too. I don't know. I mean, cheating is cheating. It's beating the game unfairly. And so the first time I played this, I guess I technically cheated, but it was educated guess that allowed me to find the solution. So I'm going to beat it fully legit, which means I'm not going to tell you guys what the answer is. Oh, no. Wrong button. Until I've completed all the puzzles in the room. So this is puzzle number 1.
The sign doesn't need to be read. All you have to do is shake your head.
I need to shake my head. 1 second. I'm moving the mic away. I'm taking my headphones off. Okay, so that's definitely a horseshoe. My brain feels a little bit scattered, though. Okay, how do I do this? You know what? Okay. Pup, I'm gonna need you to take my word. I'm going to post something in the admin bit of the Discord server. I'm going to post the answer. So this way, I need you to, like, I want to know if I do have the right answer without people just saying, oh yeah, she definitely just guessed or whatever. The answer to the puzzle room. So when the time comes, Pup, I want you to confirm that I knew it all along because I want to be smart that way. So horseshoe, arrow, something. That's a 3-letter code. What is this? Hello?
That recipe.
Nope. Okay. Hi.
This might take some doing.
Okay. Hi.
Watch out! You're looking for clues.
Okay. Hi.
I hope if I play the right tune, a leprechaun will appear.
I do.
Oh, that can't be right. Let me try again.
I don't think a leprechaun is going to be appearing, hun. Sorry. There's a sword here. Oh, there's a note down here.
I wasn't about to pull that switch.
Oh, yeah, the switch. That's what the note is about. Do I need to flip it?
Intriguing. Fascinating.
Okay, no. What's this one?
The sign read, remove 4 matchsticks, and you will see the answer lies in triangles of 3.
Huh?
I'm going to put all the matchsticks back.
Answers of 3?
I'm going to put all the matchsticks back.
A leprechaun would
The
be cool,
sign
but
read,
wait.
Remove 4 matchsticks, and you will see the answer lies in triangles of 3. I'm going to put all the matchsticks back.
Triangles of 3?
I'm going to put all the matchsticks back.
I don't know what this
Put
puzzle
all the
means.
matchsticks back.
I did. Guys, I'm stuck on the puzzle that I know the answer to.
I'll stop commenting on everything.
It might give away the puzzle. But I know the answer. I just don't know how to get to the answer. Huh. There's a horseshoe here. Oh. There we go. That's something. I turned it.
The sign doesn't...
What do I have to do now? Can I turn you? It doesn't let me click you. I know I said inputting the answer would take the fun out of it. But that was before I realized how difficult this puzzle is. I turned the arrow, but what does that do? There's a scroll in this person's hand. Do I need this? Give.
Looks like I found a clue.
Oh, and then I could put the clue on the table. There's a door right there. Is that the door we came in through? Why can't we just leave through that door? There we go. Okay, so we have a piece of paper. That helps us in literally no way. I'm so confused. Guys, I know the answer, but I don't know how to get the answer. How do I do this? Let me look at this. Okay. I don't know what any of this means. I'm so confused. Maybe the reason I don't know how to do this is because I cheated it last time and guessed.
I'm going to put all the matchsticks back.
It lies in pairs of 3
Remove 4
matchsticks, and you will see the answer lies in triangles of 3. Triangles of 3. What does it mean by that, though? It is at the point when one would usually just say, I'm
going to put all the matchsticks back.
What does this mean?
I'm going to put all the matchsticks back.
Okay, so I managed to turn one of them. No, not you. I don't want to look at you.
The sign doesn't need to be read. All you have to do is shake your head. The sign...
I didn't want to read it again.
The sign
I wanted to see if it would let me technically shake my head.
All you have to do is shake your head. The sign...
I didn't mean to click it again. I don't need you to keep talking. I just want to see if there's anything else I can spin. Because I could spin that. Can't use that. Ah, bless me. These guys are working on stuff, so I can't interrupt them. I don't remember this combo. I also realized I should have gone the other way. But didn't. I'm putting in 1, 4, 6 because of the matchsticks.
All that was inside was a sequence of colors.
Guys, I think I found something! Put all the clues on the table.
You're kidding me. 1, 4, 6. So do I not actually have to do anything at the matchsticks? Okay.
This
Here.
is a clue, right?
Wife, let me give you this piece of paper I found, wife. Here you go.
I knew I was missing something. This must be the order to play the note. Oh, I was hoping hoping the right tune would summon a pegacorn.
Keep playing it.
Dad, check this out. I got it.
Congratulations, son. You're playing it right. Why are you still playing it? Let me go see my son. Hello, son. What is up? Whoop, wrong
Let's put
button.
the puzzle together. It's a nice picture, but I don't see how it's a clue. There was an extra piece, though. Not sure what that has to do with anything.
I am so proud of you, son.
An extra
thank you.
piece. What can an extra piece be used for? Can I look at the door now? Oh, look, so this is gonna end up being...
Hey, you find any other pieces?
I'm still so confused. Okay, you can only pull 2. Where does the puzzle piece go? Oh, there's a heart on it. Do I put this on the table?
Grandpa.
No. Where does it go then? Where does the purple heart go? Hi, Red Tiger! Hi, you were the latest follower person. Hi! Welcome to the stream. I'm failing at a puzzle game, a puzzle that I know the answer to, but chat decided to not let me cheat, which I agreed with. Oh, I can turn this. But you are kidding me. I didn't want to pull that switch. I know the answer to this puzzle, but they're making me actually do the puzzle. Can I click you now? I'm so confused. What? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Cause it's gonna go horseshoe, arrow, heart, star, I think. Because of the numbers and stuff. So it's gonna go horseshoe, arrow, star, no, not star, heart, star. Okay, wrote that down. Now, do I have to solve puzzles to get more of... Do I have to solve the matchstick puzzle? I don't know what it means.
The sign read, remove 4 matchsticks, and you will see the answer lies in triangles of 3.
Guys. Should I beat this legit? Should I get a hint? Or should I just straight up cheat? For the matchstick. Specifically for the matchsticks. That's not how you spell matchsticks. For the matchsticks, do I do this legitimately? Do I get a hint for it? Or do I straight up cheat? Just for the matchsticks, not for the entire room. Because I've genuinely no idea what this riddle means. So, Ludwig. Still vote to cheat. Ludwig, come on. Come on. Come on. It does look like marionette. I swear to God, if you tie this at the last second again. If you tie this at the last second, I swear to God. I swear to God. You've already voted? Good. Good. Because if you didn't, oh boy, you're getting defished. Fished. I'm shaking my fist at you. You can't see right now, but it's shaking. Okay, most of it says to get a hint, so yeah. So it says hints. Okay. I need to find a way to do this. Kinda. Snow place like home. Do you know? Okay, if you think you know how to do the matches, please let me know, because I've genuinely no idea. Because I'm trying to do it without cheating. So I'm trying to look for a not cheating one. So I'm trying to look for not a walkthrough, but instead just hints. Just hints. What are you supposed to do? You're confused? Okay, so listen to the riddle here. This is the riddle we're trying to have to solve with these matchsticks.
The sign read, "Remove 4 matchsticks, and you will see the answer lies in triangles of 3.
So I don't know what to do. You know what? Okay. Can you guys... Actually, this is kind of a good opportunity. Okay. You guys either think or Google some hints for me, whether it's Googling the answer and then giving me hints. You guys do that. For now, look at this. We got a be right back one. So, Pop, I'll look at your answer in a moment. I really have to pee. So I'm going to leave you guys on here for a quick moment. And I will be right back. You guys either give me hints or take the outside matches. Okay, wait, let me... Okay, I'll try that after I go to the washroom. I'll be right back. Y'all plug in the Discord? Hell yeah, join the Discord. Okay, let me try your guess. Okay, so you said... I scrolled away from it, of course. Let me see. You said... top left... take the outside matches. Bottom left, 4. Take one of the matches of the outside. Far right, 6. Take one of the matches from the outside.
I'm going to put all the matchsticks back.
Let me try every single combination.
I'm going to put all the matchsticks back.
Because it don't take long.
I'm going to put all the matchsticks back. I'm going to put all the matchsticks back.
I don't think it's working though.
I'm going to put all the matchsticks back.
Yeah, I don't think it's... No. Oop, didn't mean to click that.
Put all the matchsticks back.
Don't think it's working. Unfortunately, pup. Yeah, you're still in the movie night VC, by the way, Marionette. Oh, the Be Right Back screen is still there. Sorry, forgot. It's okay, nothing interesting happened. We're good. Whoops. I don't want to walk through. I just want a hint. If one of you guys can Google... Can one of you guys Google the answer and then give me hints? Because I think the only things I'm finding is not hints. Because I don't want to straight up cheat, even if it's on accident. And so... I'm nervous to let myself do anything. You need to remove 4 matches to leave 3 triangles. You need to leave 4 matches.
I'm going to put all the matchsticks back.
I don't know what this puzzle's called. It's a puzzle room. I don't know if that does anything, but... So I need to make 3 triangles by taking 4 matchsticks away.
I'm going to put all the matchsticks back.
Huh.
I solved it.
I did it! Guys, I did it! 1, 4, 6? Is that all it was giving me, was the combination to this chest that I already guessed? What? Wait! What'd that do? What'd it do? What'd it do?
The sign, I'm going to put all the matchsticks back.
Ah! Wait! So now what?
Seems to be missing a piece.
Yeah, it's missing a piece. Is this where I started guessing? Because I know the answer. What do I do? Guys, anyone?
The sign doesn't need to be read. All you have to do is shake your head.
Guys, I don't know what to do. Guys, I solved the puzzle and it did nothing. Do I need to solve this door puzzle? How do I solve the door puzzle? It only lets me turn 2 switches at a time. Daughter?
If anyone finds any puzzle pieces, bring them to me.
Okay. I have a literal puzzle piece.
Grandpa.
Guys! I don't know how to do this room! Because I've already gotten into the chest.
Hey, you find any other pieces?
No, I didn't. How do I solve your door thing? Did you already solve the door thing? Or did you not solve the door thing? Guys, I solved the door thing. Guys, I solved the door thing. You just had to pull the 2 switches that were connected.
Another clue.
I did it. Okay, let me put this down. Yo, it was on the floor?
Someone help me. I've almost puzzled something out.
It was on the floor? Oh, so I actually had to solve it. I couldn't cheat it. Because you actually had to get the purple thing to purple. Okay, well, the answer to the puzzle... No, I'm not still stuck on the door puzzle. You're just delayed. So, look. It went horseshoe, which leads to L. It went arrow, or sword, I guess. No, not sword. Oh, the sand timer. That makes sense. Horseshoe, sand timer, which leads to O. The purple heart, which leads to V. And look at that. The star that leads to E. The answer, my friends, is simple. And one that I guessed. But you still had to solve the puzzles anyway. Because it doesn't let you cheat. L-O-V-E. Love. Now, Puppy, once you've caught up, because I am pretty certain that you are, in fact, delayed, I will get you to confirm that at 8:28, I typed in admin chat on the Discord and wrote a word that I said would be the answer to the puzzle. And what was, once you've caught up, that word that I wrote? For now, I shall click. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys can infer that I literally wrote love. But...
We did it!
Look at is all complete. Big happy family. Woo! At this point now, she did say it was love in the admin chat at the time. Yeah, there we go. See? And now we're free.
Shoo! Shoo!
She's in a better spot now, love.
Let's go home. I know we will meet again, friend. Thank you for everything.
It's easy to love someone at their best when they do what you want them to. But the greatest puzzle our family ever solved was figuring out how to love each other at our worst. And even when we act cold to each other, we've always found ways to warm each other up.
Could you scrape together another potion out of this?
Perhaps with a few rare and miraculous ingredients, but it will take a very long time. I'll need to work under a new alias. King Graham is going to be hot on our tail.
What did you have in mind, brother?
I think it's time I shed my slave name. What do you think about the name Mordak?
I snuck these out of the kitchen for you. What's this?
Read it.
Addendum 48677. I know this one. The King of Daventry may choose any worthy male to succeed the throne.
Not that.
Yeah, it looks like there's a proposed amendment. The above statement shall be modified to read, the King of Daventry may choose any worthy person to succeed them. I'm so sorry. I had no idea about the change. I know how hard you worked to inherit the throne.
That's not why I'm upset. Keep reading.
Dearest officials, I'm writing to waive the 30-day holding period usually required for amendments of this nature. The changes outlined on this document must be enacted immediately due to my imminent death. Imminent? What? You told me he had a few good years left.
We all thought he did. But now the doctors say he could go at any time.
Any time?
I'm not ready to lose him.
It's okay, Gert. I'm not ready either.
So, that's the end of chapter 4. I wish we had talked to Amaya, I'm not gonna lie. If I had realized... If... Next time we get to talk to the townspeople, I'm talking to Amaya, whether you guys like it or not. But, yeah. So, the reason Gart was upset was not because his grandfather had a favorite, but because he had found out his grandfather was going to die. Gwendolyn thought... Well, I guess he was being sassy in a sense for the fact that he was upset by finding this out. And I think he was also upset because he was upset at Gwendolyn specifically because I think it's inferred that Graham decided to make the change because he realized Gwendolyn could have made a good queen. Not necessarily that she will become queen, but that it should be possible in the future for any person to become queen, or king, or just the ruler in general. So I think in Gart's mind, he was given this letter to send off because Gwendolyn and his grandfather had such a good relationship. And it was because Gwendolyn and his grandfather having such a good relationship that he was given the note, to which he opened, to which he found out his grandfather was going to die. So he was sassy towards Gwendolyn out of a subconscious standpoint, in my opinion. Because he was grieving the loss of his grandfather prior to it actually happening. But yeah, that is King's Quest Chapter 4. It's an amazing game. I truly suggest it to anybody and everybody who wants to play it. It's a great game. And I do think Shaped has the right theory where it's potentially representing the 5 stages of, what's it called? The 5 stages of grief, I think is what it is, right? Something. I feel that that could completely be correct. But yeah, that is where we're going to hold it for today. How many chapters are in this game? There's 5 chapters total. So this is the second last chapter, but I honestly can't remember how long the last chapter is, but I know that, whatchamacallit? Oh, what? V and Niece are voiced by different characters? People? And so, okay, never mind, sorry. Continuing with what I was saying. Last I checked, it said that we were 40% complete this game, which was before we complete chapter 4, which would mean chapter 1, 2, and 3 added up to equal 40%, which still meant we had over 50% of this game left, which doesn't feel right. I feel like there's a lot less left. But I don't know. So chapter 5 might be a lot longer than I think it is. But there is only one chapter left, and I don't think I'm gonna finish that in one entire stream unless I end up streaming for a really long time. But I don't know if I can personally handle that, and I don't know if my viewers would handle that, and I don't know if my YouTube upload could handle that. So the next chapter is acceptance. I think so, because if I'm remembering what next chapter is like, I do very much so think the next chapter is acceptance. And anyways, I'm going to let the chapters play, not the chapters, the whatchamacallit, what are these called? Credits. I'm gonna let the credits play for as long as possible, so I'm just gonna talk in the meantime a little bit. You can't tomorrow, don't worry, I can't tomorrow either, so no worries there. It won't be Friday either. I doubt it'll be Saturday. So if anything, it'd be Sunday, and I don't even know. So we'll end up seeing. But yeah, if I'm remembering chapter 5 correctly, I do think it's acceptance. And if there is any point in chapter 5 where we get to talk to whether it's Amaya or whether it's Whisper or whether it's Amaya, Whisper, or like the Hobblepots, or no, Whisper. Why did I say Whisper? Wenty, not Whisper. Amaya, Wenty, or I guess Whisper, Acorn, Hobblepots. If we get to choose any of the original characters, I am 100% choosing Amaya, and you guys cannot tell me otherwise, because I do quite love Amaya. And it's been a while since we've talked to her. And I think that was because, well, so the first time it was my fault because I didn't realize that we could only talk to one of them. The second time you guys did vote on it, so that is on you. But I have accidentally chosen some of the endings for you guys. Like, for example, in the Goblin Cave, I accidentally gave the one sheet when I could have chosen or let you guys choose what sheet to give. So I apologize for that, but yeah. It's a really great game. I highly suggest checking it out, even if you've seen someone else play it. Like, for example, I found this game through someone you guys probably will recognize, but the name Stampy Longnose, is how I found it. He played this when I was really young, and I watched him play it. I watched that playthrough. And years later, 2 years ago, at the beginning of COVID sort of thing, I was like, you know what? Puzzle games are up my alley. So I remembered that Stampy had some cool puzzle games, but I don't remember the puzzles. But I know the stories were good. But I don't remember the stories fully either, because this was like years and years ago. So I bought the games, played them, and have the time of my life. So if any of you are in 10 years, if any of you guys are ever sitting unsure of what to do, and you happen to still remember me, think about these games and give them a go, because they're really fun. They're incredibly well made, especially for older games. And just, they deserve just so much more attention than they have. So as the screen says here, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. I don't know when to click off because the music is very nice, I will take that final hydrate, Marionette. Cheers to you all, and to all, a good night. I'm waiting for a good drop in the music. Chapter 5. So yeah, good night everyone. Sleep well, have a good day, depending on whenever you are seeing this. And I'll see you guys for Chapter 5. Bye!